The Supreme Court's landmark ruling, dated 31st January 2025, has since caught the public's eye, with legislators following closely on the government's actions in ensuring the implementation of the court orders. Giving an update today, the Attorney General Kiryowa Kiwanuka noted that he has informed the Chief Justice in writing about the commencement of the implementation of the Supreme Court orders regarding the trial of civilians in the General Court-Martial.
I have also written to the Honorable the Chief Justice and requested the Honorable the Chief Justice to advising him that we have commenced the implementation of the court orders and sought for advice on the person with whom the DPP should liaise for purposes of effecting these orders.
He further stated that they have provided advice on how to comply with the court's directive.
That 1, all pending criminal trials in the General Court-Martial should cease forthwith. 2, that the General Court-Martial in liaison with prisons authorities should provide a list of all criminal cases involving civilians pending before the General Court-Martial for onward transmission to the courts to determine the appropriate court to handle the matter. 3, the General Court-Martial should provide a list of all pending criminal cases involving members of the UPDF pending before the court-martial that fall within the categories of transfer for onward transmission to the courts for determination of the appropriate court to handle the matter. 4, the Director of Public Prosecutions is advised to liaise with the General Court-Martial and the UPDF to take over the conduct of the ongoing criminal trials that have been identified for transfer. 5, the Uganda Prisons Authorities are advised to await the process above and orders of competent courts regarding any matters concerning detention of accused persons hitherto facing trial in the military courts.
Despite acknowledging the government's willingness to follow through with implementing court orders, MPs disagree with the Attorney General on, among other things, his advice to the Director of Public Prosecutions, DPP, to take over some of the cases in the General Court-Martial and having people held in prisons on expired warrants.
Currently, for these people or persons that are being held, on whose orders, on whose valid warrants do they continue to be in prison? The second, Right Honourable Speaker, relates to the DPP liaising with the General Court-Martial. What is the DPP's business? From the Attorney General's communication, I have not even heard anything to do with timelines. Where, under the law, does the Attorney General get the powers to remand or continue an illegal remand or to detain? Literally what he has done is to amend the orders of court.
That yesterday, our lawyers who represent Dr. Besigye and Ajobed visited the Commissioner General of Prisons. And he said his understanding was that people needed to leave, Besigye and Ajobed needed to leave his prison on Friday when the judgment became effective. And he said he was there seated waiting for the Attorney General. Up to yesterday, the Attorney General had disappeared from him. The last time this happened, the last time people were in Ruzira on no warrant was after the fall of Idi Amin.
I think that the learned Attorney General is misadvising the General Court-Martial. The insinuation in the remarks of the Attorney General is that Court-Martial keep holding on to these people until the DPP determines whether or not to take over this matter. I think that that's ultra-vires.
What is happening, Right Honourable Speaker, and the Attorney General agrees, is that all players, especially the prison warders who are detaining these people, are doing so illegally.
In turn, the Attorney General defended his advice, stressing that it is in alignment with what the judgment held.
I have read this judgment variously, and you may think that I was sleeping. I did not. I spent time reading this judgment page by page, and word for word. And what I have advised here, I did not get from my head. I got from the judgment. Now, there are no timelines. I agree. But we have sent the matters to the courts which granted these orders. The courts are still clothed with the authority to make any orders that they deem appropriate.
It should be noted that the Supreme Court's ruling affects Dr. Kiryowa Besigye and his co-accused Haji Obeid Lutale, who are, however, being detained on expired warrants.